that when I move my mic down?
There we go. I didn't even hit it. Is that picking me up way back here?
Yes, it is.
God.
It is 7.
Okay. I will open the November 25th meeting of the Middleton Plan Commission. Did you do roll call? Once you figure your volume out?
Okay, I'll turn the volume down a little bit.
That's better, yeah.
Adams,
Here.
Nairo, here, Paulson,
Here.
Shaw,
Here.
Summers,
Here.
and Sonntag is here. Bruce is absent and excused.
Very good. At this point, we have a public hearing scheduled for zoning ordinance text amendment to allow elevated decks to encroach on rear setbacks in all residential districts. And since I see nobody in attendance in the audience, I will close the public hearing and move to approval of minutes. And I will ask anybody if they have a change or nothing. Nobody? Okay. With that, I will declare the minutes approved for November 11th. And move to item 1 under action discussion is the zoning ordinance text amendment, allow elevated decks to encroach on rear setbacks in all residential districts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mike.
Oh, Daphne has this one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, do you want me to just give a brief overview?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, so this, you guys saw at your last meeting as well for concept review. I believe Brian is also on the Zoom if there are any additional questions, but basically I did a brief staff review and then just added an additional change to change porches to existing structures just because there could be some other, deck or other kind of structure instead of just porches in that rear setback area. Otherwise, I think it's pretty standard. And, our old zoning code before we did our overhaul allowed decks, 8 feet from the rear setback, as long as they were less than 4 feet in height. So this is kind of a good compromise between our old and then, what we currently have.
Very good. Thank you. Is there any other input from the staff or?
Can you just scroll down just a little? So are you looking for a motion to?
No, I don't think we're looking for a motion tonight, are we?
Or motion
Yeah,
to-
so at this time, we're just getting any additional feedback. If you have any input on specifically the findings of fact, which was starting on that next page. But otherwise, we'll present you the findings of fact at the next meeting, and that's when you'll make your motion.
I think the findings of fact should indicate support.
Okay.
Okay.
Hearing nothing else, I will move on to item 2, which is the sign design review for La Pollera Colombiana at 1901 Cayuga Street. The recommendation from staff is to approve the sign design. Is there any discussion?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
What is this replacing? Is this the Takara or is it? Okay.
What was that?
The Peruvian
Oh.
restaurant.
Okay.
They still are open in Madison and Monona, but
Are they replacing somebody here? I think that was your question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And who was it?
Mishki, Peruvian, the Colombian restaurant is going into the location next to Breeks where the Peruvian place is currently.
Okay, I got you. Hearing no further discussion, I will call the question then. All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion carries. And item 3 on the agenda is a minor SIP modification for sign design review for the Orthopedic and Spine Surgery Center at 8124 Forsythia Street. Who wants to handle this one? Daphne?
Scott.
Oh,
has
Scott?
this
Yep,
one.
I can handle this
Okay.
one. So I was emailing back and forth with the applicant today with a new, Daphne, if you can let me. Ability to share screen.
Oh, yes.
For a location of the monument sign. And just for all of you to see, so this is a location that would be outside of the easement and would comply with the standard code regulations for the monument sign. I believe also the applicant is on the call if there are any questions about the other contingencies that were listed. The first one being, scrolling over here, there is an exit and an entrance sign that would be classified as interior site navigational signs under our code that are only allowed to have ambient lighting. This is a PUD, so there is the ability to grant some flexibility to that. And in addition to that, the 2 wall signs do comply with our standard code requirements. The other thing to note is on the monument sign, the plan shown here didn't show much in, for landscaping. And so one of the recommended contingencies was to submit details about what landscaping would take place there to comply with the sign code.
And can we designate that staff to handle that
Yep.
for approval?
Yep, that's what we did with the
Yeah.
Valvoline sign recently.
Okay.
So
There
the
more?
contingencies listed in the staff report, one was with regard to the vision triangle, that's no longer applicable?
Correct. So
It had previously been further,
yeah, it previously been pretty close to the fiber optic line and the vision triangle wasn't as clearly shown on the site plan. It looked like it was outside of it, but just nice to have it drawn in.
so is contingency number 2 still relevant or no?
No, so this would be kind of a rephrasing of the contingencies that were listed on the packet agenda based on that changes to the monument sign today. Or can you see that at all?
We're
I'll
not
stop
seeing.
sharing.
We're still seeing the site plan.
Got it. Let me get that up.
I can get that, Scott. You guys see that?
yep,
Or Daphne, I typed up a new version in the
Oh, okay.
doc. Sorry. There we go.
I'll make that motion then. I move to approve the sign design for orthopedic spine and surgery center as a minor SIP with the following contingencies: removal of lighting from the exit and entrance signs, staff approval of monument sign location outside of the vision triangle, 10-foot requirement, and outside of the public utility, public water main easement, and staff approval of a landscaping plan for the base of the monument sign.
Is there a second?
I will second.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
Sign Art Studio has their hand raised.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hi there, my name is Charlie McCall. Sign Art Studio here and our client Orthopedic and Spine Center. I just wanted to discuss the lighting for the exit and entrance signs. Our client essentially is concerned that if they're not lit, it would be difficult to function properly. If you think of, look outside right now, it's 7 o'clock, but it's also dark at 5 o'clock and the business hours are going to be open up past 5 p.m. So if you have somebody going in for surgery and you need to be there to pick them up, it could be confusing having non-lit signs, not being able to find the entrance or the exit. Much like any other surgery center or hospital, all those signs tend to be illuminated. So although it's not allowed, you are allowed to grant us permission to have that. And our thought is being far enough off of the road as it is, those signs being lit shouldn't, be a nuisance to the neighboring properties. So just wanted to kind of add that for your, thought.
Thank you.
Those entrance and exit, you showed that on the site plan, that's on the rear side of the property, right, away from the road.
You pull it back up.
And
It's on for Cynthia.
Yeah, it does not face airport. It does not face airport, it faces for Cynthia.
Yeah,
Setback,
faces-
Correct.
Cynthia quite ways.
did I say airport? I meant for Cynthia.
It has two frontages. One
It has two frontages. Actually, can you show the site plan?
Yeah.
Can you remind us what our code? Does it just prohibit internally illuminated signs, or does it limit the hours of operation?
Just prohibits the internally lit signs for ambient, or for the interior site navigational type of sign. It only allows ambient lighting for those. We went back and forth on if this would be a better fit as a wall sign or an interior site navigational sign. Either way would require some sort of deviation from the standard sign code because the wall signs are only allowed one per street frontage. So yeah, the recommendation was just, we generally tend to defer to the sign code when we can. But this isn't one that we have a very strong staff opinion on one way or the other.
Scott, what'd you say about the PUD?
Because it's in a PUD, there is the flexibility to grant exceptions where we typically would just have a more hard, fast line with the sign code.
And
Is it possible to look at the night rendering of that so you can see what the visible view would be? Yeah. So we're not asking too much, it's a canopy sign.
These are signs on the building,
Yes.
They are.
not like pole mount signs that direct.
Nope. Yep, they're pretty minor. It's just to assist them to know that, hey, if I'm picking somebody up, this is where I go. If I'm dropping somebody off early in the morning before the sun's up, this is where I'm dropping them off at.
So it seems to me the option is we could approve this, or we could approve it contingent on only being turned on during hours of operation, or I don't even know how we police that or try to.
But are the hours of operation gonna stay 9 to 5?
I think we're nitpicking here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's, somebody offer a friendly amendment?
But
Well, how would the lights be turned on and off? If they're
Timers,
lit? Say that,
timers,
timers?
Yeah, generally timers or light sensors. In this case, it sounds like a timer would be more preferred over the dusk to dawn sensors.
but you can combine them, so they're off when the sun is
Yeah,
out.
my thought is, maybe an hour before, because sometimes people do get checked in before, they're fully operational. And then afterwards, if somebody happens to be in surgery recovery, say they close at 5, somebody might need to be there till 6 p.m. So I don't know if we could just lock in a specific time, but maybe if it is a timer, plus or minus 1 hour from operational hours.
So I'll offer a
Yeah.
friendly amendment to increase, to allow lit signs 1 hour in advance and 1 hour past the normal hours of operation.
Is there a second?
the,
Is there a second first before we go to
I'll
discussion?
second that.
Okay,
Although I mean, I don't want to nitpick it. I'm trying to figure out why we prohibit internally lit signs in like a commercial area. It's not like it's harming the aesthetics or the neighbors.
I agree.
So I'm not even convinced we would need to just limit it to operating hours, assume they would. Cause that top sign, Orthopedic Spine and Surgery Center, that's not internally illuminated, is it?
It looks like it.
It is.
It is.
That one is internally illuminated.
So it's not like
Adding
adding them to turn on off the exit and entrance really detracts from any visual anyway.
Yeah.
So I'd be fine just approving it as a waiver.
That's okay. A friendly amendment to a friendly amendment.
Well, you would just remove. Somebody would make a motion to amend the main motion to get rid of contingency number 1. That would be the cleanest way.
Okay, is that what you're doing, Kurt?
Well, it's just making a motion to approve is it a waiver request, Scott? I'm sorry, I don't have the text in front of me.
Sorry, it's a minor SIP modification, so it would be approving the sign design contingent on, and then we could just remove that first contingency that was listed there and just keep the
Let's
ones that
just
are
make
related.
that I'll make that as a substitute motion.
I'll second that substitute motion.
Now, any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call a question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yep. With that, I will call the meeting adjourned. Thank you all for attending.
15
Thanks,
minutes on the
Karen.
over under. That's.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Stephanie.